Hello there, Ray here, and you can soon vote for the mob that you want to make it into the next Minecraft version. There is 3 mobs to choose from, but only one will win. In this video, I'll explain why the Rascal is the most underrated mob of the 3. I'll use my over 13 years of playing Minecraft to prove the Rascal has the most potential. Now let's get into it, and remember, subs and likes are always appreciated. The Rascal is a potential new mob.
Oh, that's a rascal.
This mob can be found in the mines, and is a reference to what Agnes was talking about in the first mystery video.
Someone spied on me in the mines.
It looks like the mines are actually mine shafts, as we can see all the characteristics of the rails, the mine shaft wood supports, as well as the chain ones and the torches, and we can even see the mine shafts chest carts here which have loot in them. There also appears to be some barrels in the background, which isn't something you normally would see in a mine shaft generation. Agnes spots this new mob hiding in the distance. Jeb goes on to say that this mob is not hostile, but is just mischievous and likes to often hide. After it runs away from them, it appears up in the upper cave, and once it is spotted for the second time, it takes off running and hiding again. This hide-and-seek behavior reminds them of hiding underneath their desk and taking a nap during work hours.
An enchanted pickaxe for us.
Oh, what a lovely gift. This must be a prize for finding it 3 times.
And Jeb explains that the pickaxe gift is part of the reward for finding the Rascal 3 times. Jeb then explains that this whole hide-and-seek thing can go on and on and on, so you can constantly find the Rascal 3 times and get a new gift from it as well, which opens up the possibility of being able to farm the items from the Rascal. The little creature looks a little bit odd, looks kind of human-like, a little bit hunched over, with a sort of bluish colored skin. It also has what appears to be some kind of teal colored clothes. They're kind of ragged and shaggy. It appears to be holding a backpack, so this is supposedly where it's getting all of its items from, having them stored in the back. What this character is doing in the mines is hard to say, but most likely it's actually living down here and carrying everything it needs with it. And during this part here, you can see that it takes off like one backpack where it pulls out the pickaxe from. Then it swings that backpack over top of it once again. So it's possible it's like carrying 2 backpacks, or this brown thing up here is actually like a hump that it has. Whatever it is, it doesn't match the same coloring as the rest of its outfit. And its smaller backpack straps clearly go over top of it. And whatever this bulky thing is on its back, when it makes its way over here, notice that the piece actually starts slowly going down and almost completely vanishes here before reappearing. It could also be a cloak or a shroud. Do you guys think there are 2 backpacks or just 1? This also brings up the question, because he's wearing a backpack, does that mean we're going to get like bundles? Because so far we haven't got the bundle item in survival yet, despite it being added and removed in previous snapshots. But the bundle is also quite a bit different than this backpack. Will we be actually getting a backpack? And does that indicate that we're going to get an inventory management update? I know a lot of different mods use backpacks as ways to kind of sort inventories. And currently the Minecraft player could, in like the player's chest slot, or they can add a new slot just for backpacks. They can also be like upgraded to hold more stuff. But you might be thinking, well, the Rascal doesn't even give you a backpack because it just gives you iron pickaxes. And that's where we need to take a look at the website article that came along with the video, where it says if you find it 3 times, you'll be rewarded with a special prize that will help your mining. So not necessarily a pickaxe, but an actual special prize that's related to mining, which very well could be a backpack, because you do get a lot of variations of blocks and ores to take up room in your inventory. This was confirmed by Jeb, whose real name is Jens, in answering a question on Twitter, where he says the pickaxe is only an example of the things it will give you. The exact details will be figured out as part of the implementation process. Until then, we're happy to hear your suggestions. That is a really big deal. That means that we could be getting a lot of unique items from this character. Maybe some are really hard to get from him, such as like the backpack, or maybe even something that's more related to Minecraft, like having a headlamp, so you can constantly take light with you as you move throughout the mines. The character could also give other less useful items, such as like just stones or ores, and most likely will have a loot table kind of with a bit of variety, similar to we see with like piglin bartering or villager trading. So don't think of this creature as just like a one-trick pony. And because they're not sure exactly what the Rascal will offer, there is a lot of opportunity for the community to actually give feedback to Mojang and shape what items they want it to give you. Which we can't say the same for the sniffer mob, as they kind of already determined that the sniffer will find seeds and there will be a new plant. But the possibilities with the Rascal are kind of never ending. But this also brings up the point that they said that they were only going to really show things in the Minecraft live event that were complete, that they knew they were going to be able to make it into the game. So no matter what mob gets voted on, they will be sure to actually get it in by the 1.20 update. At the same time, they said that they do want to open it up for suggestions from the community to finalize these different things that are going into the game. So don't feel like everything is just set in stone, like we see with this Rascal, where we could get potentially really cool items. In the web post, they also confirmed that the Rascal can be found in the mines and likes to play hide and seek, and it has the properties of being both playful and helpful. So before I thought the mob maybe will like rearrange your items in your inventory, but it seems like it probably won't do that. But what it will do, it says it'll give you hints to search for it. So how would it actually give you hints? Maybe it would like place down a light off in the distance so it kind of catches your eye, or maybe it would make some kind of little noise. And in Minecraft, you can actually tell which way something's coming, like footsteps coming from your right. So you could actually tell where it's hiding. But the real question is, when this mob actually runs away, is it actually physically running down the caves, or does it just kind of like vanish within the caves and then pops up in a different area? Because a lot of caves in Minecraft aren't continuous, it's possible for the little creature to run to a dead end and then just get stuck there, and then for the player to easily see it 3 times, or maybe you have to purposely let it get so far away from you before you can find it again. Whatever mechanics are used to play hide and seek with this new mob, it would be something pretty complicated. It would be quite difficult to actually make a farm to replicate this scenario. But as you guys know, I like to design a farm for everything in the game of Minecraft, so I would definitely make a farm using it if possible. But it might be something as like challenging as like my goat horn farm, where it has multiple layers to take into account that you have to find it 3 times, similar to like a goat have to break its horns off at least 2 times to get both of them. But I can already imagine that this is probably going to be the most complicated farm I've ever designed if the Rascal actually makes it into the game. They might have went with the whole 3 times finding before you get a prize, because people were using like my automatic bartering farm to get tons of loot from piglins without too much interaction or lore. But with more complicated behavior, this also means that the game has to do more checks in order for it to succeed. So players might have a concern for lag, but keep in mind there's probably only like one of these critters every once in a while. This does also bring in the point, how does this critter get into the game? Does it spawn in with hostile mobs even though it's not a hostile mob? Maybe it'll have its own mob cap similar to we see with like axolotls to take into account for their special abilities. They didn't mention anything about it trying to avoid light. So a lot of times when you think of something mischievous, you think it kind of hiding in the darkness. The critter itself appears to be slightly smaller than the player, and if killed it probably wouldn't give you anything because it's kind of humanoid like you see with villagers, so it probably won't give any items or XPs. And with that, it's unlikely for this critter to be able to be bred or tamed down, and probably won't offer anything redstone related other than try and use redstone in order to try to farm up its items. Now though there are several mention of mines like mine shafts, and even showing that when showing off the Rascal, if we continue reading we see that you can find it by digging deep below the ground, but it says you don't have to actually go to a deep dark biome, just below Y level 0, so just down in the deep slate stuff. They also get some insight saying it is mischievous, but it's not going to like lead you to the warden. So players shouldn't have to be like afraid of this creature, tricking them into like falling into lava or anything like that. We get even further information about the Rascal with a brand new post about Minecraft Live, where they specifically say that the reward that the Rascal gives will help you keep mining. And they also explain what will happen once you are rewarded. It says the Rascal will then teleport away, so you can keep digging. They also mention that the Rascal is going to be a rare mob, so you won't know how often to actually find it during your explorations. With this new information, it would be most likely very difficult to continually to farm items using Rascals, as it seems you would have to get a new one each time. Most likely a farm would look like a large area for them to actually spawn into, and then move them in an area where you can actually do the hide and seek part. But it might get to the point where it's not even worth trying to farm for the rewards. But the Rascal's steepest competition is definitely the Sniffer. If you haven't already seen my video on it, be sure to check that out after this one. With this post we get further insight saying that the Sniffer's egg will slowly hatch, and the seeds that it finds will produce decorative plants. Voting for these mobs is opening up very soon, and I'll have this page linked below. Keep in mind you do have to log into your Minecraft Microsoft account in order to vote. And unlike past years where you would vote just during the event, they did something differently this time where we actually get 24 hours to vote from October the 14th at noon Eastern Daylight Time to October 15th noon Eastern Daylight Time. so you get to vote right up until the Minecraft live event starts. There is also 3 different ways you can vote: by actually going onto the Bedrock server that is dedicated for voting, or you can log right into this webpage here and vote here, or if you have the Minecraft launcher, you can go ahead and click this new tab called Minecraft Live, and this is where you can actually vote when it's ready. If you want to watch the Minecraft live event, there'll be live stream on the Minecraft website, also Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Do you also believe the Rascal has the most potential out of the 3 mobs? If the Rascal could give you anything, what would you like it to give you? Now check out this playlist where I'm designing an automatic farm for every single item in the game of Minecraft, or this one about cool tricks and tips you could do in your very own world. And don't forget, this Saturday I will be live streaming the Minecraft live event and commentating about all the new things that they show, as well as do a follow-up YouTube video explaining all the new things. So join me live and look forward to those. I'd like to thank all you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.